Again, Richard. Okay.
Okay, guys, today's triple quits. Yep. What does that mean? Quadruple quit. Quadruple quit. We haven't won the challenge. Well, for now, it's just the one.
I don't understand the Oh, so you just got a ball coming there? That work? Not going until they come off. So they can stop.
Hello and welcome to Prague Cup 2022. Wales and Hong Kong facing off here. Monday action. I'm Brian Whitmer, joined by Anna Olgan. Anna, how are you today?
I'm amazing. It's a wonderful day. The sun is out. That was a beautiful draw possession there, going in Wales's favor. But I'm so excited to be here. This will be a great matchup.
Charlotte Williams' pass was a little off the mark, unable to control. Is Phoebe Smith. Hong Kong pressed, wow. An absolutely fantastic individual effort from Wu. Wu will now may make a little more settled clearing attempt. Guarded by 3 Welsh defenders. Wu still holds on to the ball. Looking for some help here. Finally finds a little bit of relief from Charlotte Hartley. Tang makes a move over the top.
Oh, a lot of pressure there.
Double. Good double play. Ball still loose. A little push off the ball there. It's Coombs Roberts with the push. Self-start confuses the player. Daphne Lee. I'd say that's probably or some sort of foul, right? Not a penalty, right? So Hong Kong still not, this has been the, what do we got? We're 2 minutes into this game. I would say that 1:30 of it has been this clearing attempt, right? I don't think the ball has touched inside the 12 meter there, 11 meter, whatever, however many meters it is. I don't know what a meter is, so
I don't know. I'm used to calling it the 8 as well, so that always confuses me.
So Anna and I are both Americans living here in the Czech Republic. Meters are different. I do believe that the metric system is better. As far as kilometers are fantastic. Definitely beat miles.
Definitely would agree with that. It makes more sense mathematically, but I
don't like kilograms.
Yes, I'm not a fan of myself. Yes. I like the pounds.
I like pounds.
That's a very good transition. By 21. Man.
Wales with their first offensive possession. First real offensive possession. Finds player in front. What a save! Oh, just a back and forth effort. We don't have 40. Yep. Sophie Morrill. So Sophie Morrill has her first opportunity absolutely stopped by Sally Yu. Just way to square up to the goal. You know, great body save by Yui, and then the rebound and just put that one home. The goaltender's still on the ground. You know, you can't make that save twice, right?
Definitely not, especially when you're out of position like that. It's very hard for the goalie, but this goalie has done an amazing job this weekend. One of the highest save percentage, if not the highest. I believe it was 75% last time I looked. But Wales will definitely help bring that down, I'm sure.
Have you played either of these teams yet this weekend?
I have played Hong Kong before with the, but I haven't played them this weekend, no, with the Dream Team.
So for those of you not in the know, Hong Kong actually has most of their national team here living in Prague. Just with the state of the pandemic and restrictions in place in Hong Kong, they can't actually play lacrosse, right? So what Hong Kong men and women, the men are coming in soon, but the men, they've decided to come to Prague, more or less the international home of lacrosse, in Europe and elsewhere, and play some lacrosse, but play the Czechs frequently, practice every day. So a free position shot will be taken.
It's a great city to live in, I would say.
Oh, and a beautiful finish there by Coombs Roberts. Off the free position shot. Yeah, I mean, you've been here for a year and a half. What do you think of it?
Oh, I love Prague. It's almost too good, I would say. Everything nice and cheap, coming from an American lifestyle, and lovely people. Everyone you meet here is so nice and welcoming, and
except for the post office.
Oh, and the grocery stores.
Grocery stores and post office. You're not getting, buying groceries is not an enjoyable experience. So, a 2-0 advantage for Wales over Hong Kong here. Scoring up the draw is Lloyd Rout. And I cannot see the number of the Hong Kong player. Roberts Coombs holds on. Roberts Coombs moves the ball ahead, or Coombs Roberts, sorry, working on that. Moves the ball ahead. Phoebe Smith moves the ball behind to, I believe that's Sophie Morrill. Finds the player in front, unable to handle. Rebound, very wisely moves the ball out. That's Jocelyn Robinson decides, hey, girls, let's calm it down just a little bit here. Lloyd Rout moves the ball over to Robinson. I can't keep up at the moment. This Wells team is moving the ball so well. Smith. Lloyd Rout spins the ball back to Smith. Phoebe Smith absolutely slips the pick. Fantastic two-man play, two-person play, two-woman play, whatever the correct enunciation of that is. But they use two people. Yeah, a two-man game, sure. If you say two-man, I'm going to say two-man.
But that's what I grew up calling it, but I guess it's two-woman.
We're a couple of years behind the everything here, so that's all right. We're calling it two-man. Heading back to the draw circle is Mia Wang. It will be opposed by Lloyd Rout. 3-0 your score in this first quarter. Prague Cup 2022 action. Oh, it just as soon as she went, that was yeah. Leona Kayanchuk just is like, shoot. I saw the ball and I really wanted to get it. Coombs Roberts. Just a big, strong move.
She got her hands free after her one dodge there. Plenty of space.
And the big thing is that, you just, like, out of the dodge takes the shot, right? Like,
So much power she has. And confidence.
I believe the Wales were illegal substitution. I don't fully understand those rules, but I'm glad that you say that. You said the rules don't make any sense to you either?
No, not at all. Like, I don't know. I've never seen this before coming here, but you have to, like, wait before you can sub when after a goal, which is the weirdest thing I've seen. International rule play, or?
Having played just about every rule set on this planet, I can tell you that the international rule, men and women, are both behind. I don't want to call them inferior because that's not nice, but they are. So the ball will go. Hong Kong will have the ball here. Nice physical.
Looks like they're going to really pressure the ball.
Yeah, I smell a double coming.
I feel like Hong Kong has not had as much pressure as Wales is trying to give them, which does seem to be affecting Hong Kong's performance. And there's the pressure. Wales has gotten it back. Number 5, I believe. Williams comes out with that possession.
So Wales will return to the offensive set. Hong Kong not really able to breathe with the ball, honestly. Like, every time they've had the ball, it's been a double. I've said previously, having seen Hong Kong play and having called Hong Kong games, like the athleticism and the physical, fitness and conditioning of Hong Kong has been fantastic. But I would say that Wales may be playing a little, playing harder at smarter times. Instead of running harder 100% of the time, they run hard, when it's correct. Those doubles.
Huge factor as well, putting pressure when they're probably least expecting it, because they're probably not used to the pressure of the Hong Kong team.
Good pressure defense from Hong Kong. The two-man game works out again. Ball gained by Hong Kong. Ever so briefly. Empty check called.
I'm guessing. Oh.
Oh, nice save. Absolutely fantastic off-stick high save from Sally Yu.
Ball down here on transition. Already we have a fumble.
That pressure is unrelenting from Wales on these Hong Kong girls trying to clear the ball. Look, I'd say another double is going to be coming here shortly. Oh, no, Hong Kong will look to briefly have some patience on offense. I would say nope. We're going right to the goal. For a collective 30 seconds of offense, Hong Kong has registered their first goal.
Number 14, Yu coming out with it, I believe.
An
amazing take.
Fantastic goal from Michelle Yu.
Not allowing that pressure to have time to infiltrate their offensive set.
Well, that's more or less what, to beat pressure and to get pressure to stop, coming. You need to punish that, right? Like, if you're gonna come double me, if you're gonna come pressure my ride, I need to show you that I have teeth. I need to show you that I can score goals if you're not successful.
Exactly. I like it when people pressure me. It's like you take the bait, then you beat them, and then now you're already a man down in the situation.
You have to make it cost something, yeah.
You have to be able to handle the pressures the first step.
So Hong Kong scoring their first goal of the game. So 4-1 your score in favor of Wales. First quarter action here at Prague Cup. Oh, I do believe someone left a line. You hate to see that. A nice physical play, and then someone crossed some line somewhere. You know, and the rules are the rule, but the rules are the rules. You got. Oh, and a strange bounce there. What a wise play from 21. Able to stop the ball inbounds. You know, has the patience and the wherewithal to run. She was open for a good 3, 4, 5 seconds. Any longer, she could have parked a lawn chair.
Looks like an isolation play being set up here. Some cutters.
Oh, a beautiful
Game.
again. Just honestly, it's very box lacrosse pick and roll. Like, you know, I'm gonna come in and force this double team, and then you know, flash to the net, and you'll find me.
It was 10 and 2 working together there. So Warren and Dryden.
Yep. Fantastic play.
I feel like two-man games are one of my favorite parts of lacrosse as well. When you're able to execute them well, which Wills is able to do, it is very fun to watch.
You need to have that a little bit of a chemistry thing though. Like, you know, you and I have never played together. If you and I went and did a two-man together, it's gonna take a couple tries.
Awkward at first, but that just takes practice, recognizing, and I feel like Wales is able to know their teammates.
And I have to say that this Wales team looks like a team that has played together frequently. They know each other inside and out. You know, I'm not sure if they have new girls or, you know, this is a veteran squad or whatever it is, but they do appear to be a very comfortable group together.
Yes, most definitely.
Hong Kong, you know, nothing against Hong Kong in that statement. I think Hong Kong is also looking like, you know, a quality, you know, work together team, but there seem to be some question marks, you know. The 3. I'm not sure if they're aware of the clock, though.
Yes, I don't think she was aware of the clock at all there.
And let's say that the ball had been on the other side of the field, I would say Wales would have been aware of the clock. So
That's
maybe
communication there on the team.
just game, not like awareness, right? You know, and then so the score is 5-1, right? Like, is the score 5-1 because of that play, then not being aware of the clock? Like, absolutely not. No. But I do believe that this Wales team is a little more game aware, and that adds up to 1 goal, which turns into 2, which turns into 3. So, you know, this Hong Kong team is going to have to, you know, kind of snap together if they hope to win this game.
Just means tolerate the pressure, and I'm excited to see how they make changes in this next quarter.
We shall see. So we will be back for second quarter action. Thank you for joining us. Second quarter Prague Cup 2022, Hong Kong and Wales.
And welcome back to the second quarter, Wales versus Hong Kong. Wales gains the first possession of the draw control by, I believe that was number 3. Just getting there, number 5. Williams. Brian is leaving me for a moment, so you're gonna have to listen to me. We have a free position here. And a great save there. And another save when the ball was rolling back in. It's a beautiful day out here in Prague. Lovely weather and lovely lacrosse. A long clear here. We're taking our time with the ball, making sure that we have a good opportunity. Yu is waiting for an open player. Doesn't seem to be getting much help. Oh, the ball is released. Risky pass in the middle there. Looks like Wales will be gaining possession back. And a foul, self-start. The self-start rule is one of my favorite new changes in the women's lacrosse game. I think it makes the self-start and the free movement, I think, are a game changer, and it really made the sport a lot more interesting. It'll be interesting to see if women's lacrosse at the international level develops similar rules as the NCAA, such as the shot clock. Because I did like the shot clock when I played for my year at a Division I university in the U.S. I think it allowed the game to be a lot faster paced, as the Sixes does as well. Looks like we're settling here on attack, waiting for a good opportunity. Missed opportunity there, and Hong Kong taking advantage on the clear. I believe that is number 11, Hartley. Small and mighty, that one. A great, and a captain for him. No foul called.
That was very much a case of no blood, no foul. Had she landed that check, I do believe it would have seen a yellow card. Maybe a little bit out of control. Nice passing. Nice to see Hong Kong playing some team offense here.
They are very good at moving the ball around.
Double comes from Wales again. Able to slow down this.
Slowing down the offense for Hong Kong. I believe it's these numbers are very hard to read as well.
I do have to give some props to Wales on very easy to read numbers. Honestly, the Hong Kong uniforms are beautiful. It's just, from this distance, they're just a little difficult to.
16, it could be 18.
I would just bump that font up 1/2 size and maybe space out those numbers. Oh, just off the mark.
Will remain in Hong Kong's possession, though. I was talking earlier about how much I enjoyed the free movement and the self-start as a new rule for women's lacrosse. I did not like when there was not the self-start.
The freeze tag, would you say,
Freeze tag, yeah, it made lacrosse look very dumb in a way.
And coming from a men's background, obviously it's men's background is like when you went to go watch your cousin or sister or girlfriend play, it's like, whoa, this is difficult to watch.
Exactly. It was not as now it's a lot more fun, a lot more involved, and a lot more anything can happen, anything can change. I think it grows the sport a lot more.
I was watching with a friend of mine, a Czech friend of mine, and there was a men's Division I game on and a women's Division I game on. We were clicking between the streams, and he goes, "Hey, I went back to the men's game." He goes, "Hey, could you put the women's game back on? It's a little more interesting." It was like UNC Notre Dame, it was a really high level ACC quality game, right? You know, and the men's game was Virginia and somebody, right? But he was like, the women's game is more interesting. You know, the pace was just higher. Like, you know, the men's game, you know, even with the shot clock, right? You know, people like seeing action. And the more we can kind of deliver that, whether it's international, NCAA, whatever it is, the more attraction we're going to have to the game. And here's some action. And here's the action right now. Wales with like 6 passes in 2 seconds. Oh, my goodness.
A wide open girl there. That was a huge team passing effort there.
How many passes was that?
4, 5?
Oh, no, I'd go 8.
Well, I mean, if you're going to start from the inside of the play once the ball moves inward.
Sure. I'm starting like once we're inside the paint, once we're inside the arc there. Just tic-tac, 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 bang. Yeah.
That is a very American phrase. Haven't heard that one in a while.
I don't know if, and as soon as you say that, I was like, I don't know if I've said that in a while. Well, I guess we say it more in box lacrosse as well.
That would make sense.
You know, inside the half circle, inside the paint. I guess you guys should definitely be using that. I mean, there's a lot of paint in there.
That's a good phrase. I like the phrase.
You gotta learn that though, like in Czech.
Do you know what it is?
Absolutely not.
Czech is a very hard language to learn. I know more lacrosse Czech than anything else.
I like to say I can coach in Czech.
They're dangerously leaving a girl open here on the other side. I feel like Wales will recognize this and be able to put the ball in her direction. Well, able to use her anyways for their advantage. The draw control Wales seems to be very good at.
They're good lacrosse players in general.
Yes, I would say. But to be a good draw specialist, people get recruited in the NCAA just for the draw controls. I'm in men's sports as well.
Oh, big save there. I would say that's got to be a Hong Kong ball, absolutely.
Both teams, though.
That's good, yeah, right down Main Street. You know, she was just running right down the middle and took a good shot. A good save there for Sally Yu. And there's some athleticism from Hong Kong right here. You're not wrong. That's Charlotte Hartley making a great run down the middle. Wisely coming to the bench to substitute after that. With the clear, I believe it was. With the clear, I believe it was. Regardless, whoever made that clear, it was a great run. A Herculean effort. Michelle Yu with the ball now. So we're seeing quality team offense out of Hong Kong. You know, not much of it, right? You know, I'd say we're seeing a 70% Welsh-dominated ball. You know, they have the possession time, but you know, we are seeing Hong Kong move it. I just don't see what they're not getting to that final stage, to where the open player is. You know, I think there's a 3-second violation or something like that. Something inside, obviously. The official making that call is David Brucey Morris. Brucey came with me to Cladno the other day to coach a, you know, we have a boys ice hockey program. A shot, top corner. Beautiful shot for Hong Kong. Top right corner, beats the goaltender.
Able to cut the Wales lead down by 4.
I believe that might be a 1-1 on the quarter, though. I believe it was 5-1 at the quarter break, so we might be 1-1 within the quarter. Obviously, that the score that matters in the end is the total game score, but it is always nice to, you know,
Break it down by 4.
yeah, you know, small victories in case, you know, not that Hong Kong can't win this game. However, you know, when the score was 6-1, you know, everybody starts thinking like, I don't know about this one. But yeah, you win the quarter and then start, you know, stacking goals on top of that. Can only score 1 goal at a time.
Beautiful draw effort there.
Iona Dryden. Yep, Iona Dryden still has the ball here now. Moves on down to Coombs. It's funny, so for the 2019 Women's European Championships in Netanya, Israel, I did the statistics for. You know, I did the data entry. And I remember a lot of these Welsh names. Hong Kong in transition, unable to. Yeah, it's better to play offense than to turn it over and run all the way back.
Definitely. Looks like we're doing some stacking in the middle.
Oh, Perful pass, cut, finish. No, they really are. We were talking about the last game. We had to get our eyes checked, but it's like I can't see anything.
They all look very similar on these numbers. They're like, 11, 18.
I'd say 18. She's pumping her fist. We're gonna give her the credit. Lamb is pumping her fist. We're giving the credit to Lamb. If you celebrate the hardest, you're getting the credit from these two announcers.
Something right.
Yeah, obviously something went your way. I'd like to see more of that. So, like, you know, when I was kind of talking about Hong Kong's offense not really having too many teeth, like, oh, wow. Keep running. Keep running. Oh.
Amazing. This draw control battle.
No, it's going to be Hong Kong's ball. However, they just wanted to start at the dot. Apparently. So that's Maya Wang with the fantastic individual effort. Good moves inside. Watch closely on defense. Shooting space called. Free shot. They are very particular about where that ball comes back in.
About 3 minutes left in this second quarter.
Oh, shook her defender. Wales had the help, though. Another good move. Guarded closely by Lloyd Rout. Charlotte Hartley moves the ball up.
Taking it.
You with a beautiful goal.
He is looking very nice today.
I believe that's Vanessa Yu. Yep.
Defensive end recently. I don't know if it was directly off of that possession, but she is very actively involved.
So Hong Kong clawing their way back. Like I said, 1 goal at a time. Obviously 6-4 is a 2-goal differential. It was 6-1. Forcing Wales to take a timeout, say, hey, girls, like, get in here. Like, let's get back to what we're doing. So we'll see. I actually don't. And again, not to throw stones here, but I don't believe we've seen too many saves out of the goaltender from Wales, or Hong Kong for that matter. You know, I'd say that, you know, in the last game, goaltending was much, maybe a little higher caliber, and there was more, you know, girls getting on more balls. But here it just seems to be like every shot's a goal, both sides. So it's about, you know, who can get possession out of this one next.
Not much of a goalkeeper battle as there was in the last game between Poland and the USA.
Both goaltenders played fantastic in that game.
Yes, they're a lot more active than I believe I'm seeing from these goaltenders, but I feel like it's because the defense is a lot more controlled on defense.
All right, well, we'll see. We'll see who can. These draw controls have been absolutely just fun to watch. I don't believe either team has really dominated.
Yeah.
Both teams have made fantastic plays, and you know, if I have the ball, you can't score, and vice versa. So.
Draw control is the most important aspect of the game, in my opinion. If you have possession, then you can win. If not, you can't.
It'd probably be a pretty fun practice if all you did was, you know, for an hour and a half was just draws. Like that's not a bad practice.
It's very beneficial, probably.
Ball's up. Controlled by Hong Kong.
And a variety of draws.
Michelle Yu once again. Runs over the top, able to avoid that double. Cut. Ball's loose on the deck. Phoebe Smith unable to clear that successfully. Still able to get inside. Good defensive. I might have thought that was a good defensive play from Lloyd Rout, but the officials rule otherwise.
Seems like Wales is really laid back on their aggressive stance that they were doing earlier with all the doubles and stuff.
Officials want to talk about it a little bit.
Looks like number 13.
Oh, they're gonna back up the other defending player. What is going on here? Okay, so like 8.5. That was good defense. I was gonna say like, I heard a whistle. I was like, what? I thought that was really good defense.
It did look like a charge. She was trying to push her way through the defender that was standing her ground.
So Wales is able to stop the bleeding. Good defensive stop here. The clock seems to be frozen at 2 minutes and 9 seconds. And I believe I've just heard from the table official that there's 30 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Yeah, the clock over there does not seem to be working anymore.
It's done that 2 or 3 times today.
She had her hands free for a second.
I would have shot.
I'm guessing that means that there's not much time left in the quarter.
Not sure. I can't really understand British, so. And there goes the quarter. The Welsh coaches seem to be trying to keep track of time on their own. I heard the table official say 30, and then I heard the accent's thick. I think they said, the bench said 30 about 15 seconds later. So there's confusion about how much time was left in the game. Oh, it seems to be running now. Halftime's 5 minutes. Anna Olgan, I'm joined by myself, Brian Whitmer. We will give you a little bit break from us. We'll be back with Prague Cup 2022 second half action from Wales and Hong Kong after this.
Give it back, guys. I think we've had a step up. Yeah, exactly. We do need to like rise to this height. They're cool. So yeah, we want to stay clean and get away. You know when you're like, okay. Our shots are successful like halfway. We're getting harder. I think we all do. I would also say when she's saving it, it's all bouncing out. They're a little bit slow to get on the ground. I think they've often got to grab on. Well, mine's up in the air. Yeah, she's pushed it. So I think the brothers.
Girls, let me just draw up this. So let's go back to simple things on the clear. The pass from here, slightly forward to that one there. Almost never goes through the one. So almost everything. Here is either real thing right there, almost right there, or the pass is left. Real, right there.
Hello and welcome back to third quarter action here at the 2022 Prague Cup. Wales with the opening draw control. We'll head on the offensive. Have been on a bit of a scoring drought so far. Advantage flag goes up. We will see a free position shot right off the bat for Coombs Roberts. You don't get more dead center than that, so I would imagine she will be shooting this ball, but hey, what do I know? And an opening possession goal for Sophie Coombs Roberts.
A few of those kind of bounce shots where they go to the very top of the goal.
Oh, did you? I mean, the goaltender absolutely. I mean, it was a bouncer, right? She absolutely dropped right down on her butt, and that ball was, immediate. Yeah. That's all the way up where Grandma keeps the cookies on top shelf.
That's a great shooter, number 7.
I do believe that's her second goal of the game. She might be on the board for an assist as well. Ball comes up as another Welsh possession. Ahead for Coombs Roberts. Moves the ball ahead to Lloyd Rout. Lloyd Rout is in. Lloyd Rout finds that top right corner. 2 goals. Not even 2 minutes for Wales. Hong Kong kind of made a run, a three goal stretch. There's a 3-0 run for Hong Kong so far. I don't believe Hong Kong has touched the ball in this third quarter so far. A wise timeout call made by the Hong Kong coaching staff. I feel like Wales wanted to push the momentum back into their favor during that break. They kept playing. They wanted to regain the momentum of the game, playing at their speed that they know how to play. I would say that, if I was in that Wales huddle, like, hey, why did we get away from what we were doing the first quarter? What was that? That second quarter was not how we played the first quarter. Let's just snap back to what we're good at, and it seems to be that. We will see how Hong Kong responds. Really not too many saves all that for either team. Honestly, like, if one goaltender were to get hot in this game, it would absolutely be devastating for the opponent. It is a 4-goal differential, sure, but there are still close to 30 minutes left to play of lacrosse. So it's not insurmountable by any stretch. If one of these goaltenders were to get hot in the next now, we could see a very different game. I think we've seen 2 or 3 saves out of Hong Kong. I don't know if we've seen any out of Wales. Draw control is pretty even. I would say, obviously this quarter's not leaned, it's been 100% Wales. But, those 2 aspects, just who has the ball?
Exactly. Hong Kong was like, let's get back into there during that timeout. And an easy draw control there for number 6.
Lloyd Rout running the route. Moves the ball around. Coombs Roberts charging down the alley. There's a save. Ask and you shall receive. Neither official really in a great position to call that, but Hong Kong really thought they were closest to the ball when it went out.
I'm good.
The move inside has ended with a Hong Kong foul. We will see if Robinson Jocelyn can cut. Oh, and another save. I think we're going to see another free position shot. I didn't see this one. The first one I thought was 50-50. You know, sure, your call is your call, right? But the second one, I didn't see anything on this one. But you know, that official is much closer to the play than we are. So Sophie Morrill, 3 saves in a row for the goaltender. You know, seriously, self-fulfilling prophecy. If a goaltender can get hot, I'd love to see Hong Kong convert on this. Not that we're rooting for anybody, but you know, really would like to see 3 saves by a goaltender rewarded by 1 on the offensive end. We like good sports.
Good lacrosse.
Yeah, if it wasn't lacrosse, you know, if it was an ice hockey goalie making 3 saves back to back,
Exactly.
you know, you'd like to see good defense rewarded with points.
I'd like to see it like a fighting chance for both teams, even though comebacks are always possible. Oh, a good check there, in my opinion. Seemed to be stick and stick side, but they will be calling it in Hong Kong's favor.
I mean, with all these good check in my opinion, and good check in my opinion, you know, if you and I are both saying it, I think you'd love playing box lacrosse.
I do like checks. I think that they're a very fun part of the game. Hong Kong trying to get into their offense.
They do have some cutters, but really not a whole lot going on off ball for Hong Kong. Shot, and just a good shot. Finds that goaltender low.
Took a few steps in there and ripped it.
Three saves back to back for Hong Kong. 1 successful clear and a goal. This is so silly. We were saying that the substitution rules are a little silly, but anyway. They are the rules. They are the rules. So we will see Daphne Lee and Lloyd Rout take the draw, face off at the draw, face off the dot, draw, face off, draw, whatever. They will contest the ball. 9 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Strange draw. Didn't seem the Welsh player really moved all that much. Could that be, you know, if it's rock, paper, scissors, could that be kind of a move? Like, let the other girl draw it? Okay.
If, like, for example, if they were to be, like, if they were to stack players on one side, I would just let the other girl win it by moving my stick with her stick so that it would go exactly where the girl on the other team is trying to put it, but then she actually doesn't mean to put it too much in this favor. Exactly.
A great catch in front. Very athletic, very, very athletic play from Jocelyn Robinson. Coombs Roberts is inside. Both officials seem to have that call, so there is agreement. I think that's one of those 50-50 ones. Like, she did extend her arms quite a bit. Coombs Roberts in, and there's that goal. Yeah, I mean, just as a goaltender, like, how many of those can you fight off in a row? So,
I think this is her 3rd goal off of a free position.
I think it's her 3rd goal of the game, for sure. It could be 3rd free position goal, but you know, honestly, if I was to be coaching, I'd say, hey, stop giving up, you know, these penalties. You know, play hard defense, but we can't give up free possession shots because give our goalie a fighting chance.
But But I'd rather someone foul my player than for them to be a one-on-one with the goalie.
Yeah, live action, just run in and have you, do whatever you like. I was coaching the Czech Republic men's and sixes the other day, and we just didn't know what to do as far as the contact level. And I was like, hey, you know what? Let's find that line eventually. The rules are much less physical than box. But I was like, you know what? We can't. Right now we're not doing anything, and we're just letting these guys walk in and score on us. I'd rather take a penalty than, not do anything. Errors of commission versus omission. Oh, and a beautiful. That's good lacrosse. That's very good lacrosse. I always say I like assisted goals. That's a really nice one from Lucy Fowler. Catches inside, rolls to her opposite hand, and makes it all work.
I agree. Assisted goals are my favorite as well, especially off of a team effort.
So we'll see if Hong Kong can stop the bleeding here. 10-5 is your score. 10-5 is your score here. Third quarter action. It's about 6 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Anna Olgan, joined by myself, Brian Whitmer. 2022 Prague Cup action.
Who do you think will get this next goal here?
I'd say whoever controls the ball. Hold on, officials are not in agreement here with the call. You have one official pointing right, one official pointing left. We are not saying much because we have no idea what's going on.
I'm guessing they might.
It looks like it might be. You don't see many of these.
Last time I did one of these was back when I played high school.
So Wales, yeah, Wales did something you can't do. So if the ball has decided which way it prefers to go.
Hong Kong getting into their settled attack. Likes to pass it around a few times before really getting involved. Wales is trying to block off the ball from getting behind the goal. And it's a double there.
Nice movement. See, they are testing the Welsh defenders, within scoring means.
And being smart about the decisions they take, which is very important when you're going against such a good offense.
But they're not able to find those two quick passes after the double.
A wide shot there.
Shot off the mark. Will stay with Hong Kong's possession. Self-start from the from the end line. Double comes.
Hear about who that pass was intended for. And Wales will take advantage.
Great run here by the Welsh. I think it might be a defender. I'm not sure.
21, yeah, definitely was a defender.
Harriet Mann.
So they will be going to a slow break, but doesn't mean they're stopping their momentum.
Just because you don't have numbers doesn't mean you can't create numbers. That's always a big one. What placement?
Number 9, Robinson.
Jocelyn Robertson. That's definitely not her first goal of the game. Fantastic placement. I think that they were kind of finding that this goaltender was getting hot on her stick side, so they started putting it more to the right side of the cage. And just like that, we had a 2-goal game. Now it's a 6-goal game. Is that insurmountable for Hong Kong? Absolutely not. It's still third quarter action, but man, it is difficult to kind of stop that bleeding.
Especially against a team like Wales.
So as we return to this draw circle, Hong Kong really needs a good possession here. Wales doesn't need much of anything.
About 3 minutes left. I mean, possession's always nice. Hong Kong got it.
Off a strange bounce, I think everybody reached up for it, and no one really had a hold of it. I think that's Wu, if I'm not mistaken.
Whistle.
Not quite sure. Wales seems to know what's going on. I'm not sure. I think 3 seconds here. I don't understand why. I don't have another reason why that player would have to run behind that play. Two-man. But that was the first or second save in there for the goaltender.
Definitely helps raise the goaltenders.
Sophie Allen. I don't think she really made much of a save. She got hit with the ball more than anything. But hey, saves a save. Saves a save. Great loose ball by Kelly Kellett-Clark. Ball ahead to Man. Man has a look ahead. Makes nice, easy play. Up to Coombs.
For Wales.
You know, if you had one player who just, if every time the ball's in that player's stick and they didn't screw up, they didn't throw the ball away, that's just as a defensive transition player, that's an extremely valuable player. You know, hey, I trust
One of those kind of players like Man on the team.
between the lines. You know, not the most important defensive. Not to say she's not, but you know, if I can trust you between that restraining line and that restraining line, that's a
team. So much. It's very important being able to transition the ball successfully at the speed that she's able to do it.
In those 1 and 2 goal games, I get an extra couple offensive possessions. That's great. I think they're expecting that goaltender to drop. You know, she has gone down low a couple times, and
Too quick almost, but
not this time. Stands tall.
she's had prettier shots before. Nice and slow.
That will bring us to the end of this third quarter. A slow start from Wales, maybe in the second quarter, is avenged in the third. 11-5. Your score here in this third quarter. Prague Cup 2022 action. Anna Ogan joined by Brian Whitmer. We will be back for fourth quarter Prague Cup action.
lid on. Lid on and get warm.
And welcome back to the last quarter of Wales versus Hong Kong. Wales coming out with the first drop possession of the quarter. Wales getting into their offense. Like to play fast pace. Very fun to watch, Wales is. A lot of communication Wales does on their offensive team, making sure people are where they want them to be, trying to get into plays. And an easy save there for Sally Yu. And going into our slow but careful clear. Looks like number 12, Chalk, will be clearing it up. She seems to be a reliant clearer for the Hong Kong team and seems to be doing a really easy job at that. Hong Kong settling it down, trying to find some momentum.
Short answer, yes.
A really good defensive takeover there by Wales and a miss.
Aggressive clear.
Yes, too excited.
Looked up, so, you know, honestly, if you're gonna throw it away, throw it away in the direction of the offensive zone. Like, that's okay.
Yeah.
You don't see. You don't
it looks like the ball will remain in Wales' favor.
Must have been
No,
a tip.
now there's.
It looks like Wales will have the ball. I don't understand.
Maybe it tipped off of Hong Kong's stick there, but I did not see that myself.
If we knew everything, we'd be coaching, not commentating.
Exactly.
Have you tried coaching here?
No, I have not, but I want to. I wasn't able to last. Beautiful. The defensive stick was right there as well, but just missed the pass.
That pass doesn't get much better. Floated it right in there.
That was just chemistry, knowing where someone's going to be, being able to connect. Wales does a good job of that. A lot of assisting plays on both sides of the field.
That's a goal. You know, honestly, if you can get good at that goal, it's going to work at every level. You know, there's no defense that, you know, if you can float that pass right in there and I can run onto it, that's a quality team goal. You know, whether that's off a pick play, whether that's off of just a direct cut, whatever that is, that's just quality team offense. And honestly, Wales has probably 3, 4, 5 of those goals this game. You know, some free possession shots, position shot. Is it free position, right? Not possession. Free position shot. Yeah.
Sometimes I forget English myself being here for so long. I doubt all my English abilities.
I got a guy who lives underneath me. He's American, you know, U.S. Navy veteran or whatever it is. Lived here for 12 years. His English is actually like, because he has a Czech woman and his English is not. Like, it's like he speaks English with an American accent in the Czech structure. So like the verbs and adjectives are all like it's crazy. Whoa!
Looks like a check to the head there, but they're just going to give the possession to Hong Kong. Didn't seem blatant.
No,
so I think that it's a good.
You're not wearing helmets.
Like,
things happen.
Yeah, things happen. We're tough.
Have you tried playing with one of those helmets on?
No, and I refuse to. I know in Florida you have to wear the helmet.
Oh, nice play. Sucks that defense down, draws, tries to draw that shooting space foul, right? Finds the following cut, right? All it was is, I'm gonna go down for a shot, nothing there, roll back, find my follower, and just a nice goal for Hong Kong.
Both teams really using all of their players and assisting a lot with these goals. Not many one-to-one goals as you would see, maybe on the free positions, but that's...
If you were to shut the scoreboard off, right? Like not look at it, whatever it is. I would say that if you watch any one set play, right, you might see a Wales goal, you might see a Hong Kong goal, but I would not say that Wales is outmatching Hong Kong. Like they can't be on the same field. Wales is definitely proven to be maybe the better team here today, but Hong Kong has really played up to the level. In my opinion.
From when they first came to Prague to now, I can definitely see a huge change, and especially in confidence with their ability to play. I'm really impressed with Hong Kong, and I'm excited to see what they're able to accomplish in the World Cup this summer.
I could also kind of just attest to the men's growth and development for Hong Kong, like the actual Hong Kong players. Like we played against Hong Kong I played against them in Singapore in 2016 or 17, something like that. And it was a muddy, wet game, and we beat them with really not a great team.
In Singapore.
Yeah. It was a really, really fun tournament, and then we played them, 4 or 5 months later, and in Hong Kong, and I think they beat us. Maybe they had a little bit stronger team, but they just kept getting better and better, and then like 2 years later in Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Open, it's just like absolutely no chance. Like we had no chance of beating these guys, and it's really fun to see, like, especially when it's the same names, same faces, and
seeing the growth of programs.
Yeah, they had some guys this past weekend at the Sixes thing. It's like maybe not the same guys you see at the Hong Kong Open, but very strong program regardless. So it's nice to see programs on the rise.
Definitely. It's really good to see lacrosse on the rise as well. I love seeing the sport grow, and it's very exciting to see it.
Contested ground ball in the corner. That's a weird one. I think the Hong Kong player tripped over herself and landed on the ball. Wales will have the advantage. Going for a run is Iona Dryden. Chased behind by Charlotte Hartley. Moves the ball over. Oh, ducking her head as Phoebe Smith just says, I don't really... handles a tough pass from Coombs Roberts. And she's like, I don't know. Whatever's going to happen next, I want no part of it.
Great response there from the Hong Kong defense. Center pass position. The worst for the goal.
She doesn't seem to mind. Another great save by Sally Yu. So as
fumble there on a very dangerous. Wales is able to get this.
And Wales earns that ball back. Very interesting. Or just I could say strange. Clear. One fumble pass. I didn't really see where the Wales player came from.
Dunked it over, beautiful.
Sophie Coombs Roberts with a great shot to the top right corner.
I feel like this is her 5th of the evening, but I might.
At least 4th. At least 4th. You might be right with 5. No, I think you might be right. She's had like the first 2 or 3. Like she
had at least 2 or 3 free positions as well, and I've seen her score a few more times. But she's definitely a big presence on the Wales attack.
So when I was doing the statistics from 2019, the European lacrosse, I saw a lot of these names I recognized, and hers is one. I just remember, goal, Wales. You know, and I just remember seeing that Coombs Roberts name over and over again. So she had quite a great tournament back then. And, you know, she's certainly no newcomer to this Wales program. Lengthy draw set up here. Ball does pop up. I do believe that Hong Kong was ruled to be covering the ball. Great defensive play by I would call that a size mismatch, but great. I thought it was a great defensive effort by Leona Chak, but you know, a little bit aggressive, little too much contact. When the little guy does it to the big guy, you think he can get away with a little bit more, but. Wales going for some extra passes around the horn. Not in a huge rush to score here with 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Wales ahead by a score of 13-6. Prague Cup 2022 action. Coombs Roberts gets underneath. Coombs Roberts was refusing to be denied the goal there.
She likes these. She's very good at them.
Coaching staff was calling red, so I do believe that's a hey, no go, red light.
3 minutes left. A wide pass there. Hong Kong is fighting for it, unable to execute. The clock still seems to be working, which is fortunate.
Love to see it. Very patient. I mean,
Like they're trying to stall. They don't want to give Hong Kong the possession.
I hope they're not stalling, just kind of taking their time.
Oh, I guess I was wrong.
So there we go. Now it's definitely 5 goals. So potentially 6 for Coombs Roberts on this game.
We're going to change it up right now.
Timeout called by Wales, which anyway, it's one way to do it. So we will see 2 minutes and 14 seconds more action here today. We've seen some good runs from Hong Kong, but just unable to kind of keep up with the firepower of Coombs Roberts and just the experience of this Welsh team.
I feel like it's just because they haven't played many teams that play at such a high, intense level as Wales does. I definitely think that they'll be able to adjust and continue to grow as a program heading into the World Cup.
Iron sharpens iron is a good phrase. You know, you can't get good by playing against weaker competition. You know, you have to play against the best to be the best. So that's something that a lot of the teams in Europe here struggle with. You know, if you're the best, like, you're not getting better. If you're middle of the pack, you can find better programs to play against, like Wales, like the Czech Republic. But if you have to be one of those top programs, it's not always easy to play to improve. You need to find those better opponents, better teams to sharpen your skills against.
And that's why we're all here in Prague today.
Exactly. That's why you come to tournaments just like the Prague Cup. Prague Cup's been running for the better part of 25 years. Pretty wild, isn't it?
Crazy.
How old are you?
I am 21.
Yeah. Yeah, Placid's been running for 30 years. I know that Ollie Herbeski Memorial's been running for 25 years, so it's pretty wild. You know, you see the growth and development of these things, right? Sure, but you know, you got to understand that they've been around for a lot longer than. You know, it's not the past 5 years. It's been 2 decades, more 2.5 decades of work on a lot of these places, you know, on behalf of a lot of these people doing a lot of things for the better part of their lives.
Definitely.
Takes time.
Definitely. And it's crazy how much lacrosse has grown in the Czech Republic, especially. They had their own version of lacrosse during communism times.
And still have it.
And they still have it going on. I would love to be able to play it sometime soon. But
if you get on a team, please let me know.
I definitely will. Oh, beautiful shot. She looked like she was falling there, but still able to execute.
Goaltender didn't move. Yeah, just like off-speed shot. It's just like
She was maybe ready for it by the way she was falling.
Sometimes it's just hard to read. You know, like a good shooter can be hard to read.
That was number 16, Lucy Fowler.
Minute 30 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Wang will line up with Charlotte Williams. Ball comes up. Williams makes a play on it. The official shows her exactly where that ball is supposed to be starting from. Oh. Okay.
Now we can begin. And Wales will be taking their time. They're in no rush here.
What's the rush, right?
Exactly. About a minute left. I'm guessing they will start to shoot when there's about 20 seconds left.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if we're gonna see another shot.
It looks like maybe they're acting like they're gonna go. We'll see.
Keep everybody engaged, right? You know.
Exactly. They just look like they're passing it around here in the perimeter. Oh, a beautiful catch right after she beat her defender. They're really good at recognizing that one step in front of the defender and connecting that pass. Once when her hands are free, able to connect this to the shot. Now Wales up with a 10-goal advantage on Hong Kong.
Doesn't feel like a 10-goal advantage, does it? I do think Wales, not to say they've given up, but they've definitely been defeated. This is not the same Hong Kong team we saw in the first and second quarter. Definitely not. Second quarter, I thought Wales did an absolutely fantastic job. They may have won that quarter, but that effort certainly has not been sustained.
About 30 seconds left. And Hong Kong, oh. Hong Kong will get possession.
20 seconds on the clock.
Good defensive effort there by Wales. Looks like some interesting collision there. Accidental. Uh,
7 on the clock. Gets the top side. ball game.
Game to watch from two great teams.
So final score, Wales downs Hong Kong by a score of 16-6. I'm Brian Whitmer, joined by Anna Ogun. Thank you for joining us for this 2022 Prague Cup. Please be sure to join us for the rest of the games this wonderful weekend, or this week, I guess. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.
A budu nadržovat Ellen. Budu nadržovat Ellen, slyšíte? Nadržovat Ellen.